Thank you. Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Let's see if I can pick this up without impaling myself. Let's see, I've got half. So that means... Hello everyone. Oh, let me readjust this downwards just a touch. Hello darling. So we are working on the petticoat today, so I told people I would bring them along for the experience. So I've got two screens going on, so if you see me like looking back and forth, it's just because I got a bunch of stuff going on all at once. Did I make? Oh yeah, I made this a 3-to-1 ratio. So hello. Yes, I am on a computer, so it's a little bit of a different. So I've got one thing over here, and then I've got y'all over here. And now I am figuring out what I did. Did I gather or did I gather and pleat? Because it looks like I gathered and pleated. What kind of deep pleat did I do? Single wrap? Single wrap. Okay. You don't love me, and I really appreciate people not saying things like, "Oh my God, I love you." You don't, and it's kind of ick when you say that. So no. Hello, lovelies. How do we do? Let me see if I can pull this gathering tighter. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight as we get people rolling in ever so gently? Hello, good evening. How do we do? Hi. Hello. Welcome to everybody coming in. Just doing a little gathering of the tool. I'm working on a petticoat for a costume / wardrobing. So I want it to be a peak petty. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm slowly moving the gather down because I decided I wanted to do a 3-to-1 ratio. Look. And a 3-to-1 ratio is a very tightly packed gather with pleating on something as small as I decided to do. Oh, I was talking to my friend. He realized that he had not talked to me in almost a month. We've both been very busy. He's been working, becoming one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And so, like, he's like, "Oh my God, I swear to God, I'm a bad friend." I'm like, no, you've been trying to do something very important that takes a lot of work, so it's okay. And I've been dealing with my own life, so it's totally cool. So we chatted, we talked, we caught up a bit. It was really nice to hear from them. And yay, luckily it was not an emergency, so. Yeah. Yeah. Me and my friends, we share a lot of the same kind of neurospicy. So yeah, it's like it's not that we forget that we exist. It's just that we get going with our own thing, and then we're like, oh god, I don't want to, like, they're doing their own thing, I don't want to be like interrupting them. And it takes us a while, and then off and on, off and on, off and on, but we always come back to each other like, hey, swear to god, I didn't forget you existed, just having a moment. It's like, that's cool. So yeah, sorry, I am over here on TikTok as well as over here on Big O, so kind of going back and forth. I will try and catch everybody's everything. So, how's everybody doing today? Challenge. Well, when there's not a lot of stuff that readily fits and is available, like, I figured I might as well just start making it myself, because the hyper focus. And so, yep. I found ways to, like, start doing this about 20 some odd years ago. And haven't looked back since. Now I've just got to get the gathering to move all the way down, because we are working on a peak petty. I decided not to add caging. Right. So I decided not to add caging to the petticoat because it did give it a very Rococo feel, and I was like, I'm not going for Rococo. I'm going for like late Victorian, early Edwardian-esque kind of feel for this particular costume. Now, of course, I've got to pin it to daylights and back. So how are you doing tonight, my dear? And how are y'all? Hey, Cozy. How you doing, darling? This is the part that is like the most boring because it takes so damn long. But at least I've got good company to talk to. So. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hey. Hanging in there. Gonna work for a bit on making this petticoat a reality. I'm still deciding if I want it to be like a 1-layer or 2-layer kind of deal, but right now I just need to get the ruffling in place. And then I gotta get all the pleating pinned into place. So, fun. Went out to, right? It's gonna be super cute. It's gonna be absolutely darling. Went out and got lunch with another friend today, and we got tasties, drinks. And also grabbed onigiri. And it was a brand new little onigiri place that we went to. It was so good. I got myself a pork belly onigiri with bonito shavings and furikake, and it was so delicious. It was smoky. It was just a touch of sweet, touch of savory. It was so good. So good. Made me very happy. Okay, the gathering is going well. Going a lot faster than I thought. Take heed, this is what some of your seamstresses have to do when making wardrobing components. So if you're ever wondering why something seems to take so long or seems to be rather expensive, there's a lot of time and effort put in. Sometimes you're able to do this strictly by machine, but I wanted to try some different ratios first. So, what's everybody up to? Anything cool or fun going on in your lives? I know over here on TikTok you're doing a bit of body doubling and just chilling, which is cool. I'm still figuring out the ins and outs of Big O over here. Apparently somebody's getting jiggy with the emotes. How much extra do I have? Okay. Got a little bit more. Friday night relaxing? Sounds like a good plan. Definitely sounds like a good plan. Aw, y'all got electric kale. I'm out of electric kale right now. God, I could probably use some of that though. Been dealing with landlords today. Let's scroll back. Yes, I do have fangs. No. I actually make my fangs. They are made from friendly plastic, aka thermoplastic. It's cosplay making material, and I have dentures. I wear dentures, I should say, and I speak much better when I have fangs in. They make me very aware of where my face is, and so it helps with my elocution. It is part of my aesthetic. It is what makes me comfortable. I like it. And I love doing it with the spicy work that I also do. So, there you go. Thank you. Almost. Yeah, thank you. I've been doing cosplay for roughly 20 some odd years now. And so I do a lot of my own stuff, a lot of my own costume, wardrobe, corsets, petticoats, the whole nine. It's nice to meet you too. I am currently working on a new wardrobe for a 1900s Halloween party that I'll be doing later on this month. Okay. I am from Southern California. So right now, you hear me, I don't have an accent on. This is me, Southern Californian. Over here, they know me as Inna Bathory, strictly, but over there, they know me as Sanguine Threads as well. But yeah, I have been doing this for a good long while, and I like to make pieces that, fit my aesthetic, but also serve a purpose and can be used multiple times. So I'll use it at first for my Halloween costume, but then I will also be using it for probably some photo shoots and some other stuff that I plan on doing. Cool. Very cool. Thank you. I enjoy the follow. Now, it does take me a while to get to know people and follow back and whatnot, but yeah, it might take a moment, but if we have a good vibe, if we have a good conversation, that kind of stuff, we can go from there. Okay, now I gotta pin all this shit into place. I can't pack it too densely, though. Oh, elocution is how somebody speaks, how they enunciate and the overall formation of the words. So basically, it's how clearly, how eloquently, how well they speak or convey what they are trying to say. So yeah, I do have a rather large vocabulary. So if there's ever a word that I use, it is absolutely okay for you to ask, what did that word mean? Or what did that concept mean? I will explain it. Or I will find a different way. Thank you, Sony. I will find a different way to say it just so it's a little bit more clear. I never assume that anybody knows less words than I do. So if a word goes over your head, it's totally okay to ask me for clarification. So apparently so far I'm up by 153 followers this week over on TikTok, but somehow I am still at 20.1k followers. So I don't think TikTok knows how to do math. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I am trying to juggle like 2 streams right now, so I'm sorry if it's a little back and forth, back and forth. Hello, hello. How do you do? Wow. It says I have all of 7 people in this room over on TikTok, which is wild. If you've been in my rooms on TikTok when I'm on my phone, I usually have what? On TikTok when I'm on my phone, I usually have what? 30, 40 people? Sometimes a couple hundred, all depending. Occasionally a couple thousand. Yeah, no, this is over on my computer. So I'm streaming from my computer while I'm on Big O and damn it. It's hard to do 3 things at once. Talk, balance platforms, and pin shit, because... Hello, hello. Yeah, so yeah, the difference is I'm streaming from my computer instead of streaming from... That's a sewing needle. I'm streaming from the computer instead of streaming from my phone. Hello, hello. Do. Still trying to decide what overall I could do with this in like photo shoots. Oh shit, that reminds me, I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be on per se. I don't know if I'll be doing a live stream from my friend's house, but I will be doing a photo shoot tomorrow, so we shall see how that goes. I'm trying to make sure that I don't have any raw, well, not raw edge, but serger edge peeking out. Hello. How are we doing over here? I do love that over here, like, it looks like anybody who is a subscriber over on TikTok, they actually highlight your name, which makes that so much easier to interact with. Being able to see that. Oh, come on. Jesus. How densely fucking packed. It's hard after a certain point when it comes to the ruffling to get everything to want to flip upwards. Just being a real pain in the ass. It wants to flip downwards, but if it flips downwards... Hey, Boston! If it flips downwards, I won't be able... Well, no, it'll show up in a way I don't like. And I tend to get very persnickety about how shit looks. Hello, hello. I am dual boxing. So I'm on my computer, and then I also have Big O over on this side. So I'm actually, you know what? I should make them shorter. I just thought of that. I should make them shorter. Oh, let me angle it downward slightly. There. Now you're a little bit more side by side, a little less having to look so far away. But yeah. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. I had a pin in my mouth. So, what shall we talk about tonight? What subject matters shall we hop on? What's the juicy gossip that's going on? Hello, hello. Welcome to all the people joining, coming on through. I am working on some wardrobe / costuming for a party at the end of the month. And then tomorrow I have a photo shoot that I'm doing with a friend. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I should probably remind him tonight that I will be coming over and find out what time is a good time for that. Come on, work with me. Swear to God. Organza tools, that is a sewing needle, are such a pain because they are so slippery. They look fantastic, but they are so slippery. Wow, we got a small crew over on TikTok today. How do you do? Two police cars and a helicopter? What the fuck? Okay, Southern California. Thank you. Yeah, I'm streaming from the computer. And currently I'm working on pinning some petticoat stuff into place. And I'm not showing you the nightmare that is my my pin box. Mostly because most people have heart attacks over it, but if you're a seamstress, you're like, yeah, that's normal. So for those, yeah. Now this is my pin box. And yes, it just is a miasma. Yes, I just do reach directly into it. And again, for people who are not designers, for people who are not seamstresses and sewers, it looks like a nightmare. I'm sure it would give you all anxiety, but I'm just like, yeah, done it for years. Okay, there we go. Having to pin this like roughly every inch or so. And it's taking forever to fidget and make sure things are properly aligned. So it's not looking all wonky and shit after I sew it. Good evening, Lume. How are you doing? God, I hate these the most. Hello, my love. No, I'm not. Are you married? Fuck no, I am single, and until I find somebody who actually meets my standards, I'm going to remain that way. I'm looking for a permanent marriage. I'm not. Will you accept to marry me? Fuck no. Kind of gross that you would ask a random stranger that. Not too bad, not too bad. Don't worry, I'm dual streaming. So y'all are on a computer. I've got another thing over on my phone. So yeah. Sorry, I'm still teaching them the kind of etiquette that I expect and require. I'm working on a petticoat. I'll hold it up in just a second. I'm working on a petticoat panel, and it's gonna be what I call a peak petticoat. In other words, it doesn't join in the middle. It's gonna be open so you can like see leg. And I'm deciding if I want to do bloomers or if I want to do like a little short underskirt. Oh, that is fragged. And this is for my it's supposed to be like a turn of the century, early 1900s costume party that I'm going to at the end of the month. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do like basically one of the can girls, or one of the poster girls from like the Moulin Rouge. So I've got the corset already, and I've got the fishnet, and I've got the shoes. I've got basically all the accessories. I'm going to work on a couple of hair clips that I'm going to be making basically from fingernails, because I've got those long press-on fingernails that I'm going to decorate. And then I've got the wig already. That just needs to be styled. And then I just need to make, I think, pearl strands, I think, after that. So it sounds kind of like a lot. I nixed the idea of the robe because I realized that with a robe on, I'm going to be taking up quite a bit more space, but also there's going to be a lot of rough surfaces that I'm going past. And if I have something that's like really fluffy, I'm going to need to take off the robe when we go at the epic pinata that they're going to have set up. But B, if I have a robe on and there's a lot of rough texture that I'm walking past, I could end up snagging the robe and like damaging it pretty badly. And to put all that work in to have, it damaged in a single night would suck. So I think I like the robe idea enough that I'm going to make it. I'm just not going to make it for this particular Halloween party. Also, next week I'm doing a what do you call it? A maker's market, a crafter's market, with a friend down in Long Beach. So that should be fun. Trying to make this as straight as possible. Me trying to make anything straight is almost laughable. Yeah, I figured I need to, show y'all what I'm doing. So, here you are. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I know this is a slightly different setup than some people are used to, but no worries. We adapt, we overcome. So what's everybody up to? What shall we speak on? And by all means, feel free to ask questions. You will get an answer. Sometimes they will be incredibly snarky. Sometimes it will be that information's a little too personal. But I will definitely give an answer. And then everything shifts. And I have to not react because there are pins and everything. The joy of silk pins. I love them. They're exceedingly fine. Very, very thin. But, boy, when they nab you. Okay, so. Not yet sewn. Just pinned. And this will be the first layer. So, very, very soft, very, very flouncy. Hey Nancy, how you doing? Okay, that is my first layer. I'm gonna hang that up real quick and let that sit there. I can do something with that in a touch. Now, what was I? Oh. Fuck a duck. Was I pleating this? Oh, I was pleating this shit. Okay, slightly different technique over here. I was pleating this particular coat about 2 fingers deep. Is that a knife edge or is it twice rolled? Twice rolled. Okay. Hello, how do you do? I'll try and keep my head up every now and again. Basically, so I'm gonna undo one pleat just so I can see what I did. Oh, good, good, good. Good to hear. I am working on a bit of costuming. Okay, so 4 breadth. Fold under, pin. Okay. It's like, I do not remember exactly how. Alright, I didn't remember exactly what the depth and pleat count was. So, what are we up to? What's going on in everybody's world? I know that, oh shit, what was the one that just hit? Milton came through? Is Milton all the way through, or is Milton still doing its thing? Sorry, I'm in Southern California. We worry about earthquakes, but, like, I know so many creators and friends and audience members who are, like, in Florida that I'm, of course, worried. Where did that little... I think I just lost a silk pin. Yeah, I bet I'm gonna find that later on the hard way. Next time, no bits. Sorry. I've got a really nice sunrise peach tea, but they put like crushed pineapple bits at the bottom, and I'm not here for it. It's a textural nightmare for me. Okay, so basically, here's how I make my pleat. It's quick, it's dirty. So basically, hand is roughly 4 inches across. So I just stick my hand in, pinch, and then fold it in half again. And then try and get all of the what do you call it? All of the sergered edges together. Lay it flat on itself, and then up against this. Again, trying to get everything level. What are you hung? Oh, it's like, why are you hung up? Because that's not what that should be doing. This is why I hate. Hey, how you doing, Bubblegum? Or I'm sorry, Bubble Guru, Bubblegum. Sorry. Hey. Trying to do some quick pleats, but they're double fold quick pleats, which means they're gonna be a pain in the butt. They're gonna want to slide because my happy ass went tulle. Tulle sounds good. Let's work with one of the most slippery fabrics, short of taffeta. Hey. So how is everybody doing? We've got a very small crowd tonight over on TikTok. Howdy. Just making sure I had not missed anything. Right? And the only thing that has changed is that I'm on the computer setup. So, yeah, lately TikTok has really not been it for me. You know what I mean? See, and I am currently dual streaming. So if you're like, why do I keep looking back and forth? I'm just dual streaming. It's all. Right? Well, no, but I mean that's the whole thing. Is like when I'm over on my camera, over on my phone, you know, we've seen how I usually get. But no, this is TikTok being absolutely shit-tastic yet again. It's like it's like I can't go around wearing dental floss. They won't let me wear sexy stuff cuz it's too sexy. People lose their fucking minds. And yet when I try and show up and I just do like the banal stuff, like making wardrobing and costuming and shit, be great if there was like some consistency, you know? If I could just find the right audience. Somewhere in a balance between nerdy, spicy, a little bit body, a little bit raucous, but not so untoward as to not be able to follow, you know, basic etiquette. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, this is the pinning part. This part takes forever. That's why I'm doing it basically on live, because it takes forever to do. And if I have something live in front of me, it makes me actually sit down and do the thing. So once I have everything prepped, then I'll be able to like do video where I'm just sewing. But yeah, the pinning is what takes for fucking ever. Same thing with like if you're basting, and I'm not talking about like, you know, turkey baster. I'm talking about like basting thread. Basically temporary sewing something into place with using very large stitches so that it holds in place. You can check that all your work is good, and then you can put it through the machine and then pull out the baste. But yeah, like this part takes forever. So I figured I'd get on here, sit, chill, talk for a bit, you know, direct people to the other places you can find me around the internets. And then, you know, once it is all said, done, and good, I will be able to... Sorry, I gotta redo this. I will be able to, you know, go from there. And we'll do little fit checks on the overall costume as we go. Slippery, slippery bastard. Get the fuck back here. Sorry, that's my annoyed Renaissance voice. I spent, what, 10, 15 years doing Renaissance Fair, and one of the first people I sat across from while learning to do a basic fair accent, they had a Scottish accent. A person like next to them had kind of an Irish accent. And then, of course, we're surrounded by people with the English accent. And so my cover story, because my accent tended to wander all over the place, my cover story is I was an innkeeper's daughter from Carlisle. And Carlisle is a port city that is on the border of England, Scotland, and Ireland. So Ireland, you know, comes across England, Scotland, they're side by side. And I'm like, yeah, that's my cover story for my wandering ass accent. So I'm doing a double fold pleat. Right? Right. Fake it till you make it. And I got better over time. But yeah, just every now and again you will hear either a Scottish-esque or Irish-esque accent pop out. It tends to be when I'm annoyed and sewing. And I am doing a double... I call it a double fold back pleat because it's like a knife edge pleat, but you literally flip it under one more time. So it creates almost a circular standing when you sew it into place and then wear it. Hello, hello. And if anybody has questions, by all means, like, feel free to ask, like, sewing questions or, you know, questions about the creator, that kind of thing. It's all good. Have you seen the pickle? Are we talking about the pickle guy at the Renaissance Fair that also sells chocolate chip cookies, so you can always get your dills and your doughs? We had a pickle lady, and we adored her. And she always had the biggest fucking dill pickle just stuffed into the most pillowy bosom you've ever seen. I absolutely adored her. So yeah, no, we are encouraged as Renaissance or Rennies to like come up with some fast jokes. I am from Southern California, born and raised. It is where I reside, it is where I love. Oh, the vampire fangs. So, In a Bathory is my vampire persona. So when I do, oh, hello, darling, or I'm being a little bit more snotty, snipish, dealing with certain people, the fangs are part of it. I'm also a denture wearer, so funny enough, having the fangs in is not just an aesthetic that I absolutely adore. It is to help me speak better. It actually makes me very mindful of where my mouth is. So speaking becomes much easier and much more eloquent. Okay, I'm not your baby girl, so go ahead and take that out of your mouth. And it doesn't look bad on me, it looks badass on me. So if you don't like it, by all means, go ahead and block me and move on. But your opinion of my aesthetic and whether or not you like it means jack shit zero to me, darling. You just got the Dills and the Josh. Oh yeah, yeah. No, trust me. We were a body crowd, and there was a lot of tongue in cheek. So it was. We love to do that to customers because it would take them like a full minute, sometimes more. And boy, when they got it, it was like, oh my god. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you'll have to realize I'm in my mid 40s. I'm a whole grown ass woman. Like, men's opinions especially mean nothing to me. I've had 40 years of your worst. Mm. Right, right. So, I'm gonna go to my Virgo's house tomorrow, and we're gonna do a photo shoot. I'm still deciding which outfit I want to wear, but I definitely know that I'm going to be taking my boots. So yeah, my boots will definitely be going with me. I think I'm going to bring my flogger and my crop along too. He's got some really nice leather gear, so we're probably going to end up doing like a leather gear mistress servant kind of photo shoot. It's gonna I won't say it's going to be tasteful. It's not going to be something that has a lot of clothing removed or anything like that. But it is going to showcase some of my talents and whatnot. And yeah, I'm finding the right outfit to have and getting the right props to have because he is going to be acting as my submissive or my servitor that day. So definitely gonna have the fangs in, gonna have on the lashes, gonna have like full face makeup, the full nine. Am I an actor? Nope, I'm not an actor per se. I am a spicy provider in a few ways. I do online content making, specifically in the arena of BDSM. I educate ever so gently. I am working on doing more and more. I want to become a staple of the community. And I've been living the lifestyle quietly for about 20 years now. I think yeah, it'll actually be 20 years next year. I love that you ship us. Oh, thank you. I love that you ship us. We actually dated for about 6 years. Um, we were fantastic together in a lot of ways. But after a while, we weren't on the same level romantically. But we are fantastic platonic friends. We were friends even before we dated. I actually introduced him to his spouse, and me and the spouse are also good friends, and we were good friends before I even introduced them together. So it all worked out in the end. But yeah, I wanted my friend to be happy and with someone, and I found somebody who really, really clicked well. And that's why we still click well, is we talked, we communicated. There was always an understanding between us that we could speak our mind and get across what we needed to get across. I can't teach you how to be an actor because I'm not an actor. If you want acting classes, I am sure you can find plenty of people who can do so online. For me, this is literally just me. I am eccentric and weird and odd, and I like it that way. Right, right. Those are the best friends. He is one of the only people I have remained friends with after breaking up. And it was because we always had good communication. When we were in a relationship, there was good communication. When we got out of the relationship, there was still really good communication between us. So, I adore that. And he is what helped me set the standards for what I will and will not accept in a relationship, especially as far as how I am to be treated. So when etiquette does not match up, and I seem to have a bit of a about it, yeah. And of course, I mean, I taught him plenty of things, but he also taught me plenty of things, and it was great to have dated him because it really helped me grow as a person, and he's told me it helped him grow as a person. So, I mean, that's what you're looking for, right? Is to get better as a person as you go on. So this, you can see how pleating looks a lot different than, say, ruffling. So notice how that it has a bit more of a rhythmic pattern. And I will have to make sure that it is. There we go. So yeah, the whole reason I'm doing the live and talking and pinning is because the pinning takes for fucking ever. And if I didn't have something else going on, I would be just my my neurospicy would go, I'm bored. This is not stimulating enough. Let's stop. And I'm like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I got shit to do. Let's do this noise. Oh, honey, if I was your queen, you would have already filled up my beans to overflowing. I would have diamonds dripping. But here we are, and that's not happened. You don't love me. It's so hard for me to hold a straight face sometimes. I know. Do, do, do. Super twisty knife edge pleats. Yes, we're double streaming. I'm over on Big O as well as here on TikTok on my computer. And I'm trying to rearrange frickin' tulle so that I can make a petticoat, a peak petticoat at that. P-E. That felt like too many E's. P-E-E-K. Is it just asking the audience over here? Is it me or like is Big O like a what's the word I'm looking for? Is it like a dating app slash content creator app, or am I just reading it wrong, as it were? Because it's a little wild to me. I am not an easy person to match with. I am not an easy person per se to vibe with. I am very persnickety about the company that I end up keeping. So like the inundation of aggressive masculine attention, it hasn't scared me or anything, but it has me kind of like, the fuck is going on here? WTF? Hello, hello. How's everybody doing over on the clock app? If you hear me squeak, it is because I messed up and jammed myself with silk pins. Oh, it's much like the clock app, but there seems to also be like a dating app component, oddly enough, to it. I did not know that beforehand, but it is another content site. It is free, but it is like 18 and over. Everybody is an adult, so I don't have to worry about blocking for minors. Cause you know me, I do not like kids of any fucking variety. We've had plenty of we've had plenty of moments where I have gone on my tirades about giving birth or all that kind of stuff, because that is never meant for me. Fuck that noise. The idea of having to give birth, let alone be pregnant, is horrifying. Thank you so much for all the likes, the loves, the sends, the shares, the subscriptions, and whatnot. Thank you. I do appreciate it, and I also appreciate the banter. Let me gently hold this up. So far, so good. Okay. I'm simply going to continue doing the same pleat until I get to the point where I can just pin it into place, and if it's a little short, I might trim an edge, but I am not too worried. This needs to sit on my lap at this point. Hello, hello. How do we do, my darlings? If anybody has questions, because I know I'm a bit newer to Big O, so I know people are gonna have some questions that go on. Feel free to ask. I've apparently also been a little lax on Insta, so yeah. Not too much further. Only that much, which I'm doing a 4-inch knife edge pleat that I then fold down to about 2 inches roughly. So that eats a lot of yardage very, very quickly. Like, deceptively fast. This will be a lot easier to sew though, because it's flat, so all I have to do is put it into the machine flat and we're good to go. This is why I'm pinning the living shit out of the edge, so that nothing flips up or misaligns itself. I just gotta make sure that I got a deep enough bite. That I don't have any exposed edge. Sorry, making sure. I'm doing quite well, and yourself. Sorry, I gotta remember to look up every now and again. Oh, are we talking about the art book behind there, or are we looking at something else? Give me context or a reference point, please. Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are truly clever, you can find me places. I definitely left a link tree, so it's a little bit easier to find me around the web. I like doing spicy work. I like taking refined photos. And I do like private sessions as well, but they tend to be more of a dominant femme versus submissive male variety. Dang it, that one's fragged. Hello, hello. How do you do? I am very upfront about who and what I am because I want people who actually like my content versus, people who just, oh, I stumbled into this. Oh no, that's not my flavor. That is not my flavor. I would much rather people know and go in willingly, because consent is always key with me. If you do not have consent, hey Fisher, how you doing, man? I believe that Overwatch 2 is doing Mayhem tonight. So I'll probably do that afterwards, but I'm completely out of electric kale, so I'm going to be doing it sober. And then tomorrow, I will be doing a photo shoot with my Virgo. So that's going to be fun. I just need to contact him and see if it's supposed to be a morning shoot that we're doing or if we're doing like an evening shoot. Oh, thank you so much for... I am so fucking they, them. Thank you. I am so fucking they, them today. Went out, had a lovely, time with friend, and caught up and got some lunch, and that was all nice, but I was around a lot of people. I am so fucking over being, like, femme. For those of you confused, because I just realized, for those of you confused over here, I am gender fluid. I go by she, her, or they, them when it comes to pronouns, and it does sometimes change during the day or the evening. I will let people know when they ask, hey, what's the gender of the day? I will tell them how I'm feeling. And then as long as that is respected, we're good. Again, if that is not your flavor, by all means, it is okay for you to walk away or block me. It is fine. Oh god, are they bringing out Tesla Androids now? Oh. Why? Wasn't the Cybertruck enough? Didn't we see enough failure with that? Like, what the fuck? Yes! I love that you've caught on to that. I love that you heard that, you processed that. I really, really do appreciate that. I truly do. Yes, when the hair is up, I am much more likely to be they, them. When it's down, much more femme. Oh, hell no. This is, like, the idea of this is turning into, it's very iRobot in a lot of ways. It's very Isaac Asimov, the Three Laws, Hello. I don't know if I would, and like, nothing against the robots. It's about the programming. It's about the AI that they would have to use. But, like, I don't know if I would trust them to do everything for me. Especially when, like, we're not getting paid enough to warrant being able to then buy an Android. Like, only certain people would have them. You know what I mean? Well, that I'm gonna have to shear off and then do all. Da, da, da. Okay, so that's my second layer. It's not nearly as ornate as the first layer, which is fine, because it's going to be the under layer rather than the over layer. Right? It would be kind of. Oh, I am working on the. Oh, where did I put it? I'm working on the petticoat for the. I swear I had the. Oh, there it is. I'm working on the petticoat for the Halloween costume that I want to do. So I've already got the petticoat, or I'm sorry, I've already got the fishnets, and I've got the shoes, I've got the wig that I'm going to style, I have the corset. I just now need to make the underpinnings for a lot of it. Aw, thank you, darling. Right. I got it from Shein. Lovely little summer dress. It has that little mid-hole vent, which is honestly great for the underboobs. It really, really is. And then it has the nice thigh slits so that it breathes quite well. But yes, I've got a good amount of this done. I just figured out that if I use the petticoat that I was already working on, I could... If I work on a petticoat that I already had put together, mostly put together, it would save me like a big need to like redo. I'm going to end up not doing the robe for this. I'm still going to make the robe, but I'm not going to end up doing the robe for this because it would become a catch hazard. And I don't want that. But I think I am going to add like a cute like little skirt just to cover. Oh, thank you. The theme for the Halloween costume party is like turn of the century Halloween. So like when they made a lot of their own costuming, so like everything I'm doing is going to be handmade. It's going to have that kind of slightly theatrical feel to it, and yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be very much a Moulin Rouge, you know, the can girls who can. A Moulin Rouge poster girl who's like trying to get into vaudeville is the overall story. So it's going to be fun, but you know, definitely sexy, flirty. I mean, this is just a rough sketch. This is rough. This is rough. Fisher, how old are you? And I don't mean that as a jab at all. I am actually wondering. How dare you be at my cutoff line? How dare you be just over my cutoff line? You have been politely, doggedly determined, and I appreciate that. Mostly because... Ah! Okay, so when I say that I am more talented than this is a quick. Because that's the kind of art I like to make. So these are just quick references so that I know what I'm doing when I'm like getting down to brass tacks of making an outfit. It's a quick rendering. But yeah, like this is something that took time and effort. So my cutoff line for dating tends to be 30 years old because I'm headed into my mid-40s. And I like to make sure that the person I am with, I am not an undue influence to, firstly, and that I want to make sure that they have a certain amount of emotional maturity, because there have definitely been moments where a person presented decently well, but then couldn't keep pace for a prolonged period of time when it came to maturity. Uh, we have seen this road go bad before. You are honey? Okay. I mean, I'm sweet, but yeah. Thank you very much. One of these times I've got to learn what all these different things over here are, so I can get in the swing of things a bit more. Well, because you were politely persistent. There is persistence, and then there's polite persistence. I can actually respect on some level, and maybe that's just my upbringing and whatnot. I get it. I get it. I can respect polite persistence because you haven't been dogged about it. You haven't been, you haven't dismissed my gentle walkarounds. You've actually respected a lot of my boundaries, and you've actually been paying attention to who I am as a person, and it shows. So I have a lot more respect for a person who can actually pay attention to me as a person and likes me as a person versus somebody who just sees the outside shells and goes, you're a hot woman with big titties. And I'm like, not a woman, thank you, I'm a femme. And yes, I do have these, and I grow them myself. But yeah, like, to actually get to know me as a person, there's a lot of people who don't do that. So I appreciate that. Right? Right? That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. Like, a body is a bonus, but a body is not the only thing. Like, I can notice somebody looks attractive. I can notice somebody looks fucking hot. But then they can open their mouth and dissolve all want for me to talk to them, and they can become incredibly ugly or at least very unattractive in my eyes if they're just like a really gross person, or, you know, they're just being assholes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for liking, loving, sharing, gifting, doing all those wonderful things. I really do appreciate it. I'm still learning this platform. I'm kind of dual screening right now. But yes, thank you very much. If you have any questions, by all means, do feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer. I am a conversationalist, and we can tell I'm talkative. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I think that has become like one of my green flags is when you can geek out with somebody and they appreciate that. Like, either you're info dumping and they're like, this is awesome, I'm just gonna let you info dump. Or like, yeah, when they're just like, they give you a topic just to watch you run with it. And I love watching other people geek out too. I adore a good info dump or a good pebbling. So yeah. I have no idea. I am putting literally no title, no label, no nothing on this. At the very least, we're starting an interesting parasocial relationship. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I'm a cautious person, to say the least. But at the very least, it is interesting to exist within this parallel. Dude, that'd be awesome, though. Wouldn't that be cool, though? Like, to have, like a LAN party or friends and whatnot, where, like, you're just sitting there vibing, like, one person's playing one game, one person's playing the other game. I mean, I used to do that way back in the day. When I did LAN party with friends, like some of them would be playing Duke Nukem, some would be playing Doom. Occasionally, we'd all get together and play Dota, Defense of the Ancients, for World of Warcraft. Or they'd go and play like Xbox, and some of us would, wander off, do something else. So yeah, it's just like, you sit, you have fun, you exist, you enjoy each other's company. And you enjoy each other's company. And like, there does not need to be an expectation for more. If more happens, cool. But like, if more doesn't happen, also cool. You've got a good friend who you enjoy time with. I think there's sometimes too much of an expectation of, if people are, especially of different genders, if you are together in the same space, you must be aiming towards something. And it's like, no, sometimes it's just a friendship. Sometimes it's just an existence, Right? That part. Like, me and my Virgo, way back in the day, and even still today as best friends, we can sit in total fucking silence. He'll be sitting there doing wire wrapping. I'll be doing, like, working on my social media, typing up a smutty story, or whatever, and just complete silence. And every now and again, we'll look over, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. You want to go get some? Okay, yeah. Go off to, and we'll sit, we'll talk, we'll do. Fair. And honestly, I would like to find somebody to be with, but like, I'm not gonna go back to like, I'm not gonna jump into something because I've been burned a few too many times. I'm a little shy at the moment. But yeah. Oh, my Virgo. My Virgo is one of my best friends. I've known them for over 20 years now. We dated for about 6 years. I introduced them to their spouse. They've been together for, I think, 15 years now, roughly. And I think married for like at least 10 or 12. So yeah. Oh, you're a Sagittarius. I like Sagittarius. They tend to be straight shooters, and sometimes I actually need that bluntness. So no, that's actually a good thing. They're good at communication, and communication is something I very much require. So yeah. Is it? Because I'm on a computer screen. So I didn't know that I was so little. Oh. No, this is actually, okay, it's a single layer of gold, but the richness of my own nail bed gives it a dusty pink tinge, and I absolutely adore it. Because, yeah, like soft pinks, I'm starting to grow a little bit more fond of them. I didn't think I would do that. Same way, I have zero expectations. See, I was micromanaged when I was raised. And it took me kind of getting outside my shell and finding some dark corners, as it were, to like really find myself. But yeah, like I've been burned enough times in enough bad ways that yeah, I take my time a lot more to get to like really know people a lot better. It usually helps me not get burned, but every now and again, shit happens. But yeah, like I look for all the red flags and whatnot. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you're like, why is it so small? It's because I'm not on a camera. A camera would just have, either side of this chair. But yeah, I'm on my computer screen. Hey, shenanigans. Oh, no, you're cool. I appreciate the banter. I honestly appreciate that you've contributed this much to the conversation. Thank you. You found a video of me and I looked amazing. Oh, thank you. I mean, you can always DM me here on the Clock app. If it's of a more nature, You know, be clever, find me elsewhere. Blinks and Lyle, for the most part, should take you to all the places. And yeah, you should be good. You should be fine, for the most part. I do appreciate you asking. I appreciate when people have a conversation, like actually take a while to get to know me, and then ask. So thank you. How was my day? Pretty good. I went to as you see, I went and got tea and some really nice onigiri at a little place called Tonori. They were absolutely fabulous. But I was around a lot of people, so that runs my social battery out real quick, you know, introvert and all. But yeah. But overall, the day's been good. I just got my pieces pinned for, what do you call it? Pieces pinned for a petticoat. So far so good. Oh, God, 9 years ago. Let's see, 9 years ago, I would have been 35, 36. Was that a fashion show held in a club, or was that the fashion show held at a convention? Perfect. Thank you so much, Fisher. Right. Fuck yeah. Fuck. I wish. Oh my god. Right now, I just wish I had like a big ass house and a big dome. I want a bully breed so big that like the head just blocks out mine. I just want to just blip, 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 blip. I love big dumb bully breed dogs. Like I love those big gremlin smiles. They are some of the nicest, sweetest, most loving, affectionate fucking creatures ever, and I adore them. Oh, you have a golden retriever. Oh, I love them. I love them. They got rocks for brains, but oh my god, if they aren't some of the sweetest. I absolutely adore it. I absolutely Wally. I love that your dog's name is Wally. That was a good movie. That was a really good. Oh, he hugs her. My heart. My heart. I love that though. I do love that. Right? I have not seen Hawks. I used to have a big 65-pound brindle pit bull. And she was just the most loving mutt. She would bark once when somebody was at the door just to let you know somebody was there. And she was such a fantastic dog. I absolutely adored her. I have a pug named Chai. Oh, and he's the sweetest boy ever. He's my best friend. I do love pugs. I worry about their genetics. They're definitely going the way of the English bulldog. But like I absolutely adore pugs. They've got personality. And when they I know I shouldn't giggle so hard at this, but when they do that when they've winded themselves by like jumping up on a couch, I cackle. It is the funniest shit to watch. I'm like, you and me both, dude. You and me both. That sounds like me running up a flight of stairs too quick, and it's like... But I love it. But I love it. But I love it. Hello, everybody. How you doing over here? I'm dual boxing, so pardon me. I will try and remember to look back and forth. Sometimes it just takes a hot minute, and I've been pinning, giving myself a little rest, and then figuring out what I need to do next. Fucking peach tea. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, if anybody needs card reading, by all means, let me know. It's just $5 a card. I always have cards with me. In fact, I'm gonna shuffle cards for a bit, because I need to... It's weird, I know, I'm neurospicy, I've got the ADHDs. I have 2 college degrees and the ADHDs. So every now and again I have to reset my brain by doing something a little bit different so that I'm not wandering myself in circles. Oh, no. So I'm a denture wearer. At the beginning of this year, I had all of my teeth removed. It was a health and safety issue. Got everything taken out. These are my dentures, well, my temp dentures, as it were. And I custom make, sorry, I just showed the lipstick on it. I custom make my fangs. They actually help me with elocution, how I speak. They make me more aware how my mouth moves. Therefore, I over-articulate and come out sounding a lot better than if I were to not have anything in, and then I would be very lispy. Definitely they're high maintenance. Oh yeah, you really have to be in tune with it. Yeah, because a breathing issue, especially with a pug, can become asthma real quick, or a serious breathing, like veterinary visit breathing issue. So yeah, you have to be in tune with your dog, as it were. So, do people over here have a question? Because I know that my audience over here on TikTok knows me rather well. Over here on our lovely Big O, are there questions that you have? I am learning all the ins and outs of these different platforms. Yeah. Give me half a second. That's not what I was... So, what shall we talk about? Oh, goodness, we're already over 4,000 likes over here, and holy shit, we're over 5,000 likes over here. Thank you. My goodness, I'm sorry, I don't tend to look above my eye line. I am sorry. Thank you very much for all the likes, the loves, the shares. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good today. I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot done, so thank you. Oh, I'm beautiful? I know, darling. I know quite well. But thank you for saying so. Flattery is not easy with me. If I bite someone... if I bite someone... no, actually, they're not permanent. They're not set in place. Now, when I do get a more permanent upper plate, I would absolutely love something that has a good, solid tooth setting, so that if I need to bite down full force, that would be awesome. But yeah, if anybody's in... But yeah, if anybody's in this vicinity and they're being bitten, there's a reason. They have done something that warranted being bitten. So I can't have any sympathy for somebody who gets bitten and hurt by me if they're in my face, but I don't want them to be. I would like to get to know you. Well, by all means, if you want to get to know me, go ahead and ask questions. We'll get to know each other here. I know that I am not everybody's cup of tea, not everybody's shot of whiskey. If I am to you, by all means, you can either block or you can wander on. It's totally cool. Just, get me out of your life so I'm not interacting with your algorithm. And if you do like me and you like the vibe, by all means, come on. Thank you, darlings. Holy crap, we are over 6K. They're beating you over here. They are beating you something awful. We're over, let's see, what are we? Like 6.5K? I'm just saying. I'm not going to follow you. I don't know you. I am from Southern California. I am from sunny Southern California. Born, bred, raised. The whole nine. I am a Gemini. I'm in my 40s. Am neurospicy, to say the least. Sorry, trying to get you a little bit taller, but not that much taller. Sorry. Again, we're going to be looking back and forth. I'm trying to remember all of the big markers. I am gender fluid. I am polyamorous. I am pansexual. And I am a dominant feminine type. So, read that as you will. I am also old enough to be cautious, and I am not easily flattered by somebody taking note of my beauty. I have known that I'm beautiful for like my entire life. I have finally admitted that I am beautiful only in the last like 2 decades, though. Oh, you're 25 years old. Oh Lord, no. I'm sorry, darling. You're too young for me. You could work with me as a client, but I would not be getting to know you on any other level to that effect, because you are too young for me. I'm a full 20 years ahead of you. And I will not be the undue influence in your life. Unless it's to teach you etiquette. No, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Like, honestly, you have not offended, so don't even worry about that. I'm just saying, you're too young for me. I'm gonna let you down easy and quick, rather than let the limerence take place. And for those of you who do not know what limerence is that kind of initial feeling of, ooh, oh my goodness, that flutter in the heart that can turn into obsession. And so I like to get ahead of that shit, because I cannot stand people being obsessed with me and not understanding that I am a whole ass person with thoughts and dreams and everything else. As a pickup line, that's actually not bad. You can teach me etiquette anytime. Oh, darling, I'll teach you quite well, and you will thank me for it. You can call me Sanguine. Some people also call me Raven. Both of those are allowed. I don't like hide my real name. Just my original name is just, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. You're welcome. Well, my dear, let's go through and prove that you have something in common with a person who is 20 years ahead of you. So, let's have a conversation. Right? Names are such a finicky thing. And when somebody has misused your name or made you very sensitive to it, like after a while you don't even want to hear it. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna pick a whole new ass name, and that's how that's gonna go. Right, that part. You only get called your full name when you're in trouble. Which is never fun. But yeah, no. Ask questions. By all means, get to know me. Let's get to know as a person, and then see if it goes from there. I won't say that it'll go very far, but see where it goes from. Because remember, your prefrontal cortex is still forming. It is wrapping itself up. My prefrontal has been done for a while, and I've had a lot of life experience, especially in the realm of like BDSM. I am a dominant type. I am now a digital spicy worker, and I very much am aiming towards doing dominant work always. I prefer men or males who are more submissive. They don't have to be utter pushovers. They don't have to be puppy boys, but they have to understand the power dynamic. And when it comes to me, I will teach. I will switch a little, but I will teach. But yeah, you will either learn to love being slightly submissive, or we will probably not work, because I do not put up with aggression well. That part. Right, and I wish I had grown back into loving my name, But like it has been misused so badly so many times and has so much negativity attached to it that I hear it now when other people call it and like I literally twitch. I can't stand it. So I'd much prefer either like Inna or Sanguine being used as my name, especially in a parasocial relationship where I haven't necessarily seen somebody or met them in person. Once I've met them in person a few times and I get more comfortable with them, I might be more comfortable with them using the name that I tend to go by. So, yeah. Hello, Big O. I'm also talking over here on TikTok, so don't worry, we're having a conversation, but you can also contribute. I will read stuff off so that people are understanding what's going on. Right, yeah. High school was vicious, and my parents did not help that fact. Yeah. Hello, hello. Oh, sorry. I'm reading all the little things. I'm still learning Big O and all the big ins and outs. So Big O seems to be Big O seems to be a lot like TikTok in a lot of regards, but it's all like 18 and over. So everybody on here is an adult, which I do appreciate on so many levels. I can be a little bit more frank. And there seems to be, though, a little bit of a dating app component. I'm still kind of learning like all the ins and out as a content creator over here as well, so it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of assertive men over here, but don't worry, I'm holding my own. It's all good. Like, nobody needs to panic and rush over. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I think they're still learning about me. and right, no, same. I was thinking anime too, because I'm just like, is this gonna be nerd heavy? That'd be cool if it's like nerd heavy. And then I got over here, I'm like, oh, a little bit more spicy, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's the dating app component of it that is throwing me for a little bit of a loop. Because I'm like, what I do is more transactional. When it comes to dating, I like my dating to be a little bit more organic, and that takes time and effort. And, yeah. There's a lot of nuance. I'm not saying no to anything, but there's a lot of nuance that goes into it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like the big, I honestly thought Big O, it's like the anime. Oh no, it's has nothing to do with that. Okay, let me. So close, so close. Okay. So let me get back to pinning. So I'm pinning petticoats for a costume. And I think this is going to be my 2-to-1 ratio. Yeah, it's going to be my 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, wrong. No, right sides facing together. Okay, there we go. So right sides facing together. And the reason we have the right sides facing together is because we want to make sure that we're pinning the wrong sides outwards. So when I sew it, it turns out the way it's supposed to. Let's see. I think since it's a 2-to-1, I just need to put 2 panels per one, and that way I can manage expectations a little bit easier. There it is. There we go. So yes, working on petticoating. How did this get twisted? Oh, I'm a dingbat. I pinned it backwards already. There we go. I'm so glad I caught that early. I have this god awful curse where I will always sew one thing wrong or backwards. And it's usually because I got too quick with whatever I was doing. I wasn't paying quite enough attention. Okay, so we've got one panel. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, not quite as heavily gathered as the other one. And with a 2-to-1, I want to make sure that I'm pinning every 2 panels to 1 panel. That way I can manage expectations. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? We're just doing a little getting to know me, sitting, sewing. Well, pinning. I'll do the sewing as something slightly different. But yes. How is everybody doing? Hopefully we are doing well. I know. Every time I put a pin in my mouth, I can hear one of my sewing teachers just screaming at me, "Don't put the fucking pins in your mouth!" Like, you know what? If the creator didn't want me to stick things in my mouth, they wouldn't have made me so damn talented with it. Nope. I don't have to undo. I just have to flip it over. There we go. And this is why I keep triple checking. And me! Right? Right? If creator did not want us sticking things in our mouth constantly, they would not have made us so nimble and dexterous both of tongue and lip. And if you took that wrong, nasty. Congratulations, you have a filthy mind like mine. Ooh, that sounds fantastic. Tired and made chocolate chip cream cheese pancakes with bacon and maple sausage. That sounds fantastic. I think I've got some marinated shaved pork. I think I want to make onigiris because I've got the mold to do an onigiri, and I'm pretty sure I've got the seaweed for it. So I think I'm gonna make myself some like fried up shaved pork. I've got some white rice already. I've got the furikake, and I have the seaweed. So I think the only thing I might be missing is a little bit of bonito, and I guess I'll just have to suck it up on this one. Hello, hello, hello. How do you do? Welcome in. Welcome in. Bienvenue. Okay, so 2-to-1 means I can do some gathering. It should be good. Hello, hello. Thank you for all the likes, the loves, the shares. I do appreciate. So let's see. Do I want to gather or do I want to... I think I just want to do knife edge, which is just basically pleating. Now, if you like spicy stuff, and by spicy I mean spicy, do feel free to follow the links in Lio, and I will be out and about around the web and should be able to find me pretty easily. Where am I from? I am from Southern California. I am near to the Long Beach, Los Angeles area. Gonna do a quick pinning. So I'm only doing one pin per pleat at the moment, and that's just because I'm trying to make sure that I use the pleating efficiently. No, forget, pleats take 3 times as much, so I can actually put bigger spaces between them. Come. What other questions do you have, my darlings? Because I know you've probably got plenty of them. I'm an interestingly odd individual. Right. Honestly, the maple sausage is what got my... I'm like, maple just sounds kind of good right now. It just does. Let's see, I'm gonna go by 2 fingers. Oh, that's right. For those of you who do not know, yes, I am a Gemini. A verbose one at that. Trying to think of things that people might want to know, or that would be salient, pertinent. But yeah. Sorry, that little gesture is Dial? Anything I've left out, per se? I don't think I have. Oh, usually when I date, it's 30 years old and over. I do not date below 30 years old. Part of it because we don't have much in common. Part of it because I don't like being an undue influence to a person who is still developing and experiencing life. And like you're like certain parts you gotta match up. Like the vibe has to match up. And 40-year-old and a 20-something-year-old don't tend to have much in common. And if they do, I worry that this 40-year-old might be rather stunted. I love either the Ghirardelli or Gouthard. Those are both like really good chocolate chips. I tend to go with the dark chocolate, only because the maple syrup is like so incredibly sweet. Or how I do it with peanut butter and honey, which again, very incredibly sweet. So the dark chocolate helps to like cut some of the over sweetness. Hello, how you doing, Big O? What would you like to know? And yes, I do play Overwatch. I am a nerd. Ha. Huh. That's a lot of room. That's a lot of room. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do singles. I haven't been called Schatz in a long time. Guten Abend. Which is pretty much the limit of my German. I'm so sorry. So don't mind me. I'm just redoing. I am redoing the pleating so that I'm not running out early. And currently I'm pinning petticoat panels. Say that 3 times fast. I am pinning petticoat panels for some costuming / wardrobe that I'm doing for Halloween costume. Oh god, my nails are not long enough to reach. You did not see me just pick up a sharp object. There we go. So for the pancakes, are we using like a buttermilk, milk, water? What's our wet ingredient? Egg? I don't know why I can never seem to remember if pancake is supposed to have egg in it or not. Same thing with crepes. I can never remember if crepes is supposed to have pancake or it's supposed to have egg in it or not. Which crepe batter is just slightly thinner pancake batter, basically. Any bakers, chefs, cooks? Pardon, I am going to look up and down. Oh, the red and black corset, I was able to... Oh, you're a chef and... Oh, you're a pastry chef. How dare you? Dude, the amount of skill that goes into being a pastry chef is... Holy shit. My pastries are barely serviceable for me. I kind of wish I had taken, like, at least a course or 2. Because, holy crap, y'all are doing magic with pastry. That shit is difficult. Pardon, I am working with pins. And, yeah. This is my pin box. So if I look like I am staring very intently as to where I am reaching, that is the reason. Oh, baking is 1,000% a science. 1,000%. Like, baking, I would say, is probably one of the more difficult sciences, because if you're off even by a little bit, if you're mixing too long, if your heat is wrong at the wrong time, if your chill isn't chill enough, or it's too chill, just any number of things can happen. Because, like, if you don't mix whipped cream or whipping cream at the right temperature, at the right speed, for the right amount of time, like, if it's too cold, it splits so easily. But at the same point in time, if it's hot, it can't set. So yeah, like it, or if it does set, it'll almost automatically split and fat and whey go two different ways, and then you're going, well, now I have butter. So yeah, it's not it's not an easy science when it comes to like baking and pastries. Hmm. Damn it. I thought I was just going to be able to pleat this. I'm going to have to pull the ruffle. Gonna have to pull a ruffle. Because I cannot just spend all fucking night repleating this. Butter cake and double chocolate pistachio cake. Ooh, that sounds so good. Now baking with electric kale. Ooh. That there is such a science to baking with electric kale, and it's not even just about making sure that you got the right amount in there. Like, if you mess up when you're making the butter or the lipid that it's going to be attached to, you get an incredibly grassy taste. It it comes through and it feels like you're eating an old school brownie, which is not necessarily a pleasant experience. Um, but like a lot of the new baked goods I have found, they have really refined that technique, and it comes out tasting much cleaner. You can still tell that there's a little something something to it, but like it comes out much cleaner, much fresher, much nicer. Damn it, I've got a knot in here. Fuck a duck. Sorry, yes, I do. I swear. I swear a lot. So if you don't like swearing, I'm not your person. I am definitely not your person. And I'll be on till about 9 o'clock. I'm on the West Coast, so feel free to have a party with me. That's not what I meant to say, though. Damn it, my brain went on such a fucking tangent. Again, I can't quite do three things at once, but yeah. Oh God, you're in Florida. Are you doing okay? I didn't read your above things. Okay. Oh good. Oh good. I've got apparently a lot of friends and audience members who are in Florida area. So are you doing okay? I know like Milton just came through, and there's a couple others fucking getting lined up to, to you know. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you were just missed. Playing it fast and loose there. do, do, do. Oh, you live on the edge. Living on the edge. Sorry. Sorry, that's an old school music reference. Don't worry about it. Right. Oh, your besties in Gainesville. Ah, nice. Yeah, and yeah, I was watching some of the TikTok, and people coming home to gators, like full sized gators, full sized gators in their living rooms. That to me is just, that is one of the few reasons I can't do Florida. I can't do Florida. I can't do Florida. I cannot do Florida. Like the fact that you got them big ass gators just wandering on into your living room, like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Absolutely not. And like, I get that they are decently easy to neutralize as long as you can get the jaws together. But between the gators, the cobras now, and the mosquitoes, that is not a place I could live. Because I get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I just can't. Cannot do them. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, God. Woo. Australia needs a mood stabilizer. Not just their weather, but their frickin' animals. They need a mood stabilizer. They got fucking saltwater crocs. Like, WT frickin' F. You got a gator in your retention pond 3 houses down. Neighborhood, consider it like a pet. And I can absolutely, don't worry, I will get to your question. I can absolutely see that. Like, there was a church lady when I was still an evangelical Christian. There was actually a church lady, our organist, and she had an alligator as a pet. And she'd had the damn thing for, I want to say 50 or 60 years, okay? She grew up with this thing. And Ollie the alligator. Like, I can understand on some level. At the same point in time, you know that my dumb ass would probably try to make friends with the wrong gator. I'm just gonna pet it. No, that's not one of the friendly ones. Aw, oh, damn it. Like, I could just, oh man, I could see that going so wrong. Can we be friends? I don't know. Can we hold a conversation? If we hold a conversation and we like each other's vibes, then we might be headed towards friendship. But if we're not even trying to hold each other's interest and vibe, what? Why? 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 And also, how old are you? That's another big thing. But yeah, like, there's, oh god, I can't remember. There is a creator on TikTok that, I swear to god, he sounds exactly like Gambit. He sounds like swamp people. And there is an alligator that lives very near him when he goes out on his boat or out to his dock. The damn thing, like, swims right on up. And he can pet it and cuddle it and all that kind of stuff. And it even protects the kids when the kids go swimming in the lagoon area. And it's wild. He's like, oh yeah, this one, he actually, we've got this one and like one other. And, they're big bull gators. And they protect the lagoon. And they know the kids, they know the pets, they know the parents. They actually protect the people. And they keep other gators from coming into the lagoon. So they almost act like watchdogs. And I'm like, that is both endearing and fucking wild. But yeah, like, Australia for me, it's the saltwater crocodiles, funnel web spiders, and box jellyfish. The box jellyfish scare the shit out of me. And if you've ever done your research on box jellyfish, you will know exactly why. Box jellyfish will make you wish that you were no longer alive. They are virulent. Did I already have this pinned on the... I swear to shit, if I pinned this upside down, I'm... fucking end me. I'm gonna put this down because my brain does not want to. It does. No. No. Nope. Nope. We're gonna put that over there. We're gonna put that over there. Because I just pinned upside down. Yes, I'm in California. I'm in California. We've got the small mosquitoes. We've got the big earthquakes. We've got the decently mild weather overall. But yeah, like, with Cali, it's much more which environment are you in will dictate what kind of animals you're looking out for. So if you're up in the mountains, you're definitely looking out for, like, the brown bears and the black bears that we have up there. Oh, and sometimes the deer. The deer can get a little bit fucking pushy. If you're in the desert, it's definitely the rattlers and the tarantulas. There are a few other not so nices out there, but yeah, mostly rattlers and tarantulas. Coyotes, only because they get a little bit bigger around here and a little bit bolder sometimes. And then, but even at the beaches, like, there's really not too many things to worry about at the beach. I don't think we have any of the major sharks. So yeah, it's fine. Oh, I think you would appreciate it. I think you would honestly appreciate Southern California. We've got a lot of good places to go, a lot of good places to eat, all that kind of stuff. No, it looks like it's going to be closer to January. Everybody light a candle. Get me out of here faster. Like, honestly. Get me employed and get me the fuck out of here faster. I've definitely been, like, packing up a lot of stuff, but yeah. Don't worry, penguins. I'm going to read this one out loud after I'm done chewing this shit. Halloween is 3 weeks away. Tubby. What's your point? British Bobby. If you think that I haven't figured out that I'm fat in the 40 some odd years I've been living, oh my god, I am. Oh yeah, that's right. I got these nice big soft F cups. Like, what's your fucking point? And this is the etiquette I'm talking about. What? You're not so bold? You can make a little jab, but as usual, you're too pump chump and here and gone. Like, what the fuck? Hey Jason, how do you do? I'm doing pretty decent. How are you? I'm dual screening, so if you're seeing me look back and forth, it's because I'm trying to monitor 2 screens at once. Yeah, I don't like whatever that is at the bottom. That is not my favorite. Oh. Okay, so the new place, they're removing the shower and they're redoing some of the plumbing, and they're having a professional actually do that instead of half-assing it with handyman who come in, do a job, but not necessarily a good job. So yeah, I it got a little bit delayed, but it is what it is. Happy Vamp Friday. How you doing, Remy? Spelling is hard. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you could make it in. I'm on till about, I think, 9 o'clock tonight. Because then I want to do a little decompression with some Overwatch 2. I am deciding whether or not to, like... Actually, you know what? Let me go charge a battery. And then that way, we'll have a little extra time. Oh god, I snap, crackle, and fucking pop every time. Whew. How's everybody doing? Nope, I don't think I'll be dancing like they do in Tijuana, thank you very much. I have no rhythm. You have asked the wrong person of color. I always both love and hate the fact that I have zero rhythm at times. It's not that I have zero rhythm either. I'm half a beat off. I'm always half a beat off. I'm not enough on rhythm to do country line dancing, and I'm definitely not on rhythm enough to do the more African American. But I can dance punk. I can dance heavy metal. I can dance goth. But, like, coordinated dancing? No. No. There is no coordinated dancing with me. It's comedy. It's comedy. So, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Kay. How you doing, darling? So I have no idea if you can see all the things that are like the gifties and the whatnot, because all I've got is these new little bars down here. I'm not sure I love the layout. I might fidget with like the background and how everything looks. I'm doing pretty well. It's been a wonderfully jam-packed day. I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow. I was at least able to get a couple layers of a petticoat pinned together before I gave up on the next layer, because I cannot seem to get it where I need it to go. But yeah, overall, it's doing well. I'm doing well. Ooh, walking. Ooh, you're walking the treadmill and you just gardened? My goodness. Yeah, like the new view is actually kind of nice. I'm not mad at it, and it gives me a lot more room to like work with. Um, but yeah, it's like okay, I can work with this. I can work with this. And I'm able to like dual screen at least a little bit, so it's kind of nice. So I am here. We're kind of doing an AMA, getting to know each other and whatnot. Ooh, Rocky High. Is it a really good Rocky? So is that a sat even and into couch, or is that a hybrid? Right, right. It does have much more of a streamer vibe, and I do appreciate that. Although I do like the way Big O looks. I wonder if I can. I wonder if this will cause like an inception. So like, Big O has a lot of the same things that TikTok does, but it's a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more colorful, a little bit easier for me to key in on certain things. I'm still just literally learning the platform and how best to, I guess, present on it, as it were. This is growing on me. I would like a little bit more customization, but this is growing on me. And I think if I'm on this long enough and I'm behave myself, if I'm on it long enough and I behave myself, they'll give me a stream key, and then I'll actually be able to run it through my OBS, which will be fantastic, because I've got other stuff that's already saved up and ready to go. Oh no, it's just fair enough, fair enough. Well, because you know how they have all the fun and fancy names, and like half the times you're like, you just wanted to make a bad pun, right? Ooh, hybrid lavender. Oh, oh my god, that sounds fantastic. Oh my god, yes. Ooh, that sounds funny. Or not funny. That's a fantastic. Like, ooh, I am just envisioning what that is like. Ooh, I love that for you. Honey, you don't reach 30 centimeters. So, why would you be worried if I could swallow 30 centimeters? I mean, the kind of energy that gives off, I'm guessing it's more like 3 centimeters, and, yeah, that's not going to cause a gag reflex. When you're not built better than a toothbrush, gag reflex ain't going to happen. I mean, girl, that's a half. That's a half. That's a half for 60. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. You want to know our prices? You want to know our price? Like, our prices for like mid is like 40 to 60. Like, our top is 80. 80 to 100. Like, shit. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that right now. That too. That too. I will have to say we do have some of the nicest, cleanest, most well manicured in a lot of regards. But I think it's because I think we import mostly from the state itself. Some stuff is definitely overrated. Definitely overrated. But like even our bottom shelf stuff, it tends to be very relaxing. Very relaxing. But yeah, no, like I am jealous of half for 60. That's fucking good price. We come from a culture California culture, where dropping 2 to 300 on a one is, yeah, 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 that tracks. For all 28s, yeah, yeah, that's about right. So, fuck. I don't. Ooh, I don't know if we have Rise. Sorry, darlings. Give me half a second. Do. There we go. If you cannot be polite, or at least civil, if you're going to be vile in the comments, it's not going to get the reaction that you're hoping for me. I am a Californian millennial blase about the whole shit. Not going to get a rise out of me, but you will get kicked. And if you are very unfortunate, you will also get reported. So, act accordingly. Observe your etiquette accordingly. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Okay. Do you? I'm guessing that they have to import. Damn it, y'all! I would think you would have to import a lot of stuff, or do you just have like a lot of indoor greenhouses? No, it's not necessarily a full moon. I'm over on Big. Oh, actually, no, no, it's not. I don't think it's a full moon just yet. I had to check myself. I happen to be over here on Big O, as well as being over here on the clock app, and I'm still getting to know them. They're still getting to know me. So of course we've got some very aggressive. I hate to call them men because the way they're acting is not. It's not manly. It's given little boy energy. But yeah, like they're being very aggressive, very assertive at times. And now 2 times in a row it has been a non-English speaker that has been aggressive with me. So I'm just like, okay, that's weird. That's weird. That's really weird. That's really weird. Fair. Absolutely fair, Remy. Traveling for work. So yeah, you might not know all the ins and outs. Well, I mean, I only know as much as I do because, I talk to the people who work at the counters, and some of them are very, very well knowledgeable as to where things come from. Who's got recalls going on, who's bringing out the new flavors, that kind of stuff. And yeah, like for the most part, most are from within the state. Makes it easier, makes it a little bit less cost prohibitive, and we have some of the highest shelf stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can't. I think for most part you cannot cross lines because like different states, different rules, and you have to adhere to everything to a T. Hello, hello. We're doing a little AMA, so if people have questions, do feel free to ask. You'll get an answer. It's not always going to be the answer you want, but it will be an answer. So. I swear it's like a game of dodge. I'm disliking the particles at the bottom, but I am remiss to give up the tea. Hey! No worries. Oh, a comfy bed. Yay! Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Oh. Yeah, well, not even just illegal states, or illegal in some states. It's that certain states have like certain laws on like what kind of testing you have to do for each thing, and like packaging standards, and taxes that you have to pay. So yeah, it's like it's much safer to do everything within state. Oop, I'm sorry, just saw something go by. Ah, I'm a nice lady. Well, that's up for debate. That is definitely up for debate on a few things. But thank you. I will take the compliment as it is. So this weekend, I am going to be doing a photo shoot with my bestie, my Virgo, Dom and Servant. He's got some really great leather gear. I think we're gonna do like PG-13 rating. Nothing that is salacious per se, but we're definitely gonna do like some fun photo shoot material. I believe he also has. I believe he has an OF. So yeah, we'll have to see where I can get that posted up. But yeah, we're gonna have just a lot of fun. And then I think Sunday I'm probably gonna get everything try and get everything moved into this room so it's out of the way there when the abatement crew needs to come in on Monday to check the walls and everything. So I'm gonna try and get all my stuff out of the way because that fucking shit. But yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. Because he and I dated for a while, and we understand each other. We have a great amount of comfort and communication, so I trust to be able to work with him. If it was a new person, I'd be far more apprehensive, but I know that we can do a lot, and we understand where we are. We understand where it goes, so yeah. I ended up getting a mocha cupcake, and the chocolate was very, very mild. I think they were probably using like Dutch cocoa. Chocolate was very mild, but the mocha part of it for the frosting was very powerful. So yeah, it was pretty good. But I think I'm gonna grab a donut when I go down to see him from Donut Man, because they've got some of the best stuff. It is so good. So good. Hey. Yeah. I'm set up on the computer. I'm doing like kind of a dual screen. I've got Big O over here, and then I've got you guys over here on my computer. I've got some sewing stuff that I wanted to show you. That's why you see that hanging up over there. So I will be showing you some of the process of what I do when it comes to making clothing and whatnot. I still always have my cards on me, so if you ever need cards, just follow the links in layouts, $5 per, and we can get you read. That's not a problem. Right. I mean, I am who I am, and apparently that works really well for some people, and for some people not so much. So some people have to learn that I have many sides to me. Do have many sides to me, and if nothing else, I would be an interesting person to do a circle session with, to say the least. And there are certain things I do absolutely adore talking about that I can't always talk about freely on all platforms, but yes. It's like, oh wait, is there anything else I'm doing this weekend? We're doing the photo shoot with my friend. I'll probably work a bit more on the costume. I might post that up as content, actually. And I think I will try and be live on the... Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the gifting. I just saw that pop up here. The setup's a little bit odd. Thank you so much for all the gifts and the likes and the loves. I really do appreciate it. If you want to find me, and you're clever, follow Blinks and Lio. I would say Throne Room is your best bet. It has the keys to the kingdom. It's going to show you all the different places. But yes, yeah. Sorry, my brain went two different ways. I am from Southern California, so I'm West Coast time. Hi. Usually over on Big O, I'm doing the Get Ready With Me, but I figured, let's take you along for some of the actually getting to know me, actually getting to talk with me. Fair enough, fair enough. You know, I am myself, that's why you do it. I think I have a fans club now set up. Uh, Feel free to have at. But yeah, I'm refining some of what I do a little bit more, and this is the other reason I'm going down to see my Virgo. He's really good at like helping me kind of sort out what I want to do, some of the content that I want to make. So I kind of want to bounce some ideas off of him and like get some feedback. He's the reason I'm slightly more comfortable now being in a Bathory, because he's just like he just laid certain things out, and I'm like, oh, you know, that tracks. I understand. So yeah. Oh, hello, darling. Ooh, my Spanish is fucking something awful. Oh, well, thank you, darling. They always like saying I'm pretty. I do appreciate that. I will take the compliment as it is. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Make sure you're keeping them polite, civil, and, you know, a bare modicum of etiquette when you go with it. I do have a rather large vocabulary, so if anybody ever needs a word explained, just ask. I will find a way to explain the word or use a different word that makes it make sense. So, yeah. So, that's what I kept wanting to talk about. So, I did some pricing. I have not been able to find a used grommet setter, but it looks like for a brand new grommet setter, like what I need to make corsets, especially if I'm going to make corsets to sell, it is $400 for the press. It is another $100 for the 00 grommet set piece. And so, like, overall, I need to raise about $550, $600 to get a professional setup so I could actually do corsets at speed. So if people want to start contributing towards that, I will get that set up over the weekend, and we can see who wants to do what. By all means, feel free to like send it out to the world and see if we can get that done. They wouldn't just be corsets for myself. I would actually get back into making clothing that can be sold to the general populace. I do tend to lean towards plus size clothing. So I like to let that be known first. I actually have trouble making small size clothing that fits correctly because my body is zoftig. My body is full and curvy and soft and plushy. So I'm used to building for curves. So more than likely that we have a person who's going to the Renaissance Fair. Good day. Gramercy. Gramercy is going to be like the #1. Thank you for the bumpkins. Gramercy is going to be your #1. Gramercy means thank you. And it's basically a shortened form of may God grant you mercy. So, Gramercy. If somebody calls you a Syrah, they're calling you a fool, not a wine. Good day, good e'en, whatter. Things are going to sound a little elongated. They overpronounce everything because that's how they did it back then. I'm going back to my basic fair accent. Oh, God. Oh, good gentles. For whatever reason, people have trouble saying good gentles. They're not talking about good gentles just means good gentle folk. So if they go good gentles, they're not making commentary here. They are saying hello, my dear and gentle fellow folk. Come on in. They will try to interact with you. It is much like being at Disneyland, but way more interactive, and they can talk back. Let's see, I'm trying to think of other suggestions. Read up just a little bit of Shakespeare. A lot of that, like that kind of Shakespearean cadence and way of speaking is like a really good refresher. But don't like expect that, oh, you're just gonna go in there and if you even screw up once. Nah, they don't care. As long as you are trying. As long as you are trying, they honestly, a lot of them do appreciate that. Because it takes us weeks, if not months, to get that fair accent down. And then, you leave it off for a couple months and then you come back later on. But yeah. Oh no, I lost a sub. Oh, that's okay. Subs come, subs go. I'm not gonna stress over it. I'm not gonna stress. It is what it is. But yeah. Do. Hello. Goodness. Do. I'm trying to... shit, what did I just push? No. I have no idea what that was. Sorry about that. Well, there's a lot of different accents. So, in the Renaissance era, you had the Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh, the British, the Italians, the French, although the French were a little bit more standoffish. You also had people from Ethiopia, the Moors. You had a lot of different accents floating around, but the one you tend to hear most often is the British basic fair accent. So I'm trying to remember... This is how bad it is. I'm trying to remember the Lord's Prayer right now, because the Lord's Prayer is how they help to ingrain the accent in there. All I can remember is, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff, it comforts me. So, it honestly sounds very British. You just kind of elongate the words a little bit more. You're trying to pronounce almost every letter in there. They had a lot more time, so they were not in a rush to communicate. They spoke in a slightly slower cadence. Hence the iambic pentameter. If you want to, you can always go back and review Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and John Leguizamo. One of my favorite versions, by the way. They actually did really well with a lot of the speech patterns, especially John Leguizamo. Are you a vampire? In a Bathory, the persona is, yes, a vampire. I wear the fangs, not only because I like the aesthetic, but because it fits better. And I'm able to actually be better understood with the fangs in. I enunciate a lot nicer. My elocution is a lot cleaner with the fangs in because I'm much more aware of where my mouth is with dentures and all. But yeah. How's everybody doing on both of these? We've got Big O over here, which has been interesting. They are still learning about me. And then, of course, we've got our lovely friends over on TikTok as well. I've known them for a good long while. Getting to know some new ones. Hey, Maddie! How are you doing today, darling? Ooh. It's like my neck wants to pop, but not quite. Mmm. I do appreciate the banter, the conversationalism. I like it. Aw, did you give her the finger? Because I would have, that's me. I would have been like, family sometimes is the absolute worst, and they know exactly where to hit you, so it sucks more. So I am sorry that your sister decided to do that, but also recognize that your sister is fucking wrong. So tell her to eat a bag of horse dicks. And yes, I have a mouth like a sailor. And a vampire. Suddenly my brain went, can there be vampire sailors? Because they're not supposed to, like, cross running water very well. Night. Have a nice night, gaming. Hello. Let's see. Oh, I think I'm about to need to go to plug this in because it is getting really, really low on energy. But how's everybody doing? Let's see. I think I'm gonna do my red corset. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take this corset. Trying to think of, I might do my classic black dress for Inna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my classic black dress for Inna with my boots for the photo shoot tomorrow. Oop. I'm sorry, I just saw words. Words, you have escaped me. Give me half a second to get that translated. Darling, I wouldn't bite you. There is not nearly enough money to make me bite someone. I have other ways of getting what I need to eat. I'm streaming on Big O, and then I'm also streaming here on TikTok. If my computer setup was a bit more robust, I would probably also be streaming on Twitch as well. I enjoy the multi-streaming. Yeah, I just gotta find all the different places that I can like multi-host. Which apparently I have to pay Streamlabs OBS like $20 a month if I want to multi-stream, and I'm like, So, also, I would have to pay $11 a month for Twitter so that I could stream on an OBS. And I'm trying to figure out if that is worth it. It might be, but Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for all the likes, the loves, the sharings, the everything that is going on. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think we're gonna do the red corset tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take my black Inna Bathory dress with. Ooh, although that skirt and black top combination that I had on a couple days ago, that was pretty fucking good. I might go with that instead. I think that one works well. And I'm gonna have to take all my makeup in, do full face makeup, so yeah. Actually, I should probably end this now. so that I can text my friend before he goes to bed. And then that way I know when and where to show up and with what. So if you like and you are clever, you can find me. You can find me. And get subscribed. If you like the dominant type of woman or dominant type of femme, then that's probably where you're going to want to go and what you're going to want to do. I can't think of anything else. I will be on randomly. I will try and get some sort of a little bit of a calendar going somewhere. But yes, I am off. I'm running. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the gifting. But yeah, I'm going to be off and running. I need to go ahead and get this plugged in because my phone's about to expire. So, thank you much. I'm going to shut down here. I'm going to go plug this in. And then maybe we're going to do like a little bit of cooking and we can talk for just a touch. But yeah, I gotta just a little bit. So, thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, all. I will see you later. We're gonna put down a thanks and end. So thank you so much to Papa John for the gift. I do appreciate it. And thank you very much for the people who were interactive. I do appreciate a good banter. I do appreciate conversation. So feel free to like come in, banter, talk, get to know me as an actual person. I do appreciate that. So thank you and have a lovely night. Oh, good God. Why? No. I'm gonna have to give them course corrections, but yeah. Why do guys like to call women or femme presenters baby? Why? They don't call each other that. Why they gotta call me that? But it's so gross. It's like, to me, it's so gross. It's so condescending when you don't know a person and you decide to call them by that pet name. Like the moment you slide into their DMs or the moment you get on. It's like, why? Why are you there? Why are you doing that? No. Right? Right. It's like wait till I get to know you a while. You know, wait till we actually know each other and maybe have that kind of a relationship that is comfortable enough that pet names can be exchanged. But like sliding into the hey baby, like I can feel that you're leading with your dick. It's kind of no thank you. No. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm gonna shut down here. I'll probably restart in a few minutes just over here on the phone so I can get it plugged in. And we'll get that charged up for a little bit. Oh, I didn't realize I could. Huh. Cool. But yeah. Okay, I am gonna head over. I'll probably start it up on here again, but yeah. Thank you, darling. I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling very they them. So I'll probably be back on in just a few. Just gotta get a few things set up, and I feel like getting a little something into me, so I'll probably pop out the fangs. But thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all later. Or in a few minutes.